Hey there, Amy. I just read your essay entitled Analysis of Nicholas Carr's Is Google Making Us Stupid Again? I made a video for you, and then Screencast and Jing are having problems right now, so I'm just doing this in a different, in using Screencast-O-Matic. Anyway, the very biggest issue with your essay is just that it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. The rubric calls for, let's see if I can find it. The rubric calls, it says, the paper states as an evaluation of the article's rhetorical aspects and not the writer's arguments. In the evaluation, students chose support that was typical, accurate, and relevant to support the individual claims and provided excellent analysis of the evidence and explained why it was effective or not effective. And that's where I could have scored you even lower, because the focus of your essay, as you mentioned in your abstract, is that basically it's a summary of the article. You say, you explore the pros and cons of reading, contrasting it with reading a book. You're really focused on the article itself rather than the ethos, logos, and pathos of the piece. So if you were to recast this essay and focus on the analysis, this whole abstract would show, Gardner examines logos, ethos, and pathos in this piece, and discusses whether or not, Carr met the mark. Was he convincing? When she looks at logos, she sees that he provides studies and examples from his life, examples from other people's lives. He creates images. Yeah, anyway, you hit all those main logos points, then those and then those pathos, and those ethos, and you do it in order. Anyway, so that the abstract needs to tell a story of your piece, and your piece needs to be about the logos, ethos, and pathos, how well he did. You'll have an introduction, but then you need a summary. That's what this comment is your summary comes after the introduction. There's no summary here. And then when you launch into your logos, you have to show, to appeal to the intellect, he includes a 5-year study. That's just fine. But then you tell me a lot about that study rather than saying, this is a really good thing to demonstrate, because it shows evidence that this is happening. It's evidence to support his claim. But then look at this topic sentence. The fact is that we're reading more now than we did 20 or 30 years ago, but it's a different kind of reading. Again, you're drifting. What you're doing is talking about his article and his thoughts rather than talking about, another logical rhetorical strategy he used was to employ this. He demonstrated this, and this was strong because he did this. You know what I mean? So, you have really long quotes from him, and you talk a lot about what he says, but not about how he says it or what he does. What are those logical devices he uses? That should be what's in your logo section. Your thesis should be a really clear, it could be as simple as, by using logos, ethos, and pathos, Carr presents a compelling argument. Do you know what I mean? And then show why his logos is strong, show why his ethos is strong, show why his pathos is strong. Again, in your ethos, you talk about, he's had long stretches of prose. He's educated at all these places. That's good because that's relevant to ethos. But then you just talk about the problems he had, and you report again about the things that he's done, and the internet's fast, requiring an ease for writers. But again, why is this relevant? You're supposed to be showing, is he making an ethical argument? He's got a strong background in this, so that's good. Is he being fair to the opposition? Again, it's addressing ethos things that we studied in our classes, or in our lessons. You show that he uses other experts in the field. That's good. Was that effective? So again, it's really just hitting on that first section of the rubric that's killing you. Again, pathos. What is he doing? What are the pathetic appeals that he uses? And then the conclusion. And your conclusion, your material in here is good. I like your hook. I like your conclusion ideas. But again, it's the conclusion of your piece focused on his logos, ethos, pathos. How well did he do? And then this is cast really well. So it's a whole refocus in your essay. If you want to revise it and submit it by this next Saturday, I'll look at your first essay score, and then if you revise it, I'll average those two scores just so that you can feel more confident about what you've done. So if you have any more questions, you may email me or you may call me, and yeah, good luck. I'm sorry that this seems to have slipped through the cracks, because I don't know how your peer reviewer would have missed that you're focusing on his piece rather than focusing on his rhetorical appeals.